Okay, students, so far we've talked about the unit title and the lesson objectives. Then, are you guys ready to begin today's class? Perfect. Then everyone, let's look at the screen. Hoyoung, at the back. Do you see the screen? Perfect. So what do you see on the screen? Yes, there is a video clip. So from now on, we are going to watch this short video clip. Alright? So, let's watch some video. Okay? So everyone, eyes on the screen. The video begins now. Okay, so we just finished watching this video clip. Then let's talk about it. What did you find interesting in the video? Yes, Soo-hyun? Yes, there was a robot taxi, right? And what else? Yes, Dong-woo. Yes, you saw the AI housekeeper, right? Then everyone, with this video clip, can you guess the topic of today's class? Yes, Sang-woo? Yes, it is the future. So today we are going to learn about the future. Are you guys excited? Awesome. Then everyone, let's watch the screen again. Sumin, at the back, do you see the screen? Perfect. So what do you see on the screen? Yes, there is a question, right? Can you guys read it out loud? So the question was, what would happen in our future, right? So from now on, we are going to talk about this question in our classroom. So, what would happen in our future? So what do you think? Any volunteers? Yes, Hyunwoo? He said in our future, the technology will be advanced. So in the future, we will have better technology. And what else? Yes, Sangmin? Yes, we will use AI. So we will use AI in the future. And what else? Yes, Jongmin? Oh yes, space trip can happen in our future. The space trip. The space trip. That's a great idea. So far, we just talked about what our future will be like. Then, are you guys ready to move on to the next part? Awesome. Then, let me give you this worksheet. Take one and pass them to the back. So, Minsu, at the back, did you get the worksheet? So, what did you see on the first worksheet? It says the future jobs. So, based on what we talked in our classroom, are you guys ready to talk more about the future jobs with your partners? Awesome. So let's begin the talk time here. So it's time for talk. So we are going to do this with your partner. So Hyunsu, Soo-hyun, you two, and lastly you two. Does everyone have their own partners? Perfect. So with your partners, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to talk about the future jobs in 2025, 2030, and 2040. Alright? However, because this is talk activity, it is very important to remember what? Yes, Dong-woo? Yes, keep in mind that all ideas are welcome. There is no right answer. Just feel free to talk. Alright? 5 minutes, talk about the future job in the first worksheet. Go. 1 minute left, students. Okay, time's up. So let's share your ideas together. So let's share our ideas for 2025, 2030, and 2040. So any volunteers for 2025? Yes, Tawon and Wonhee. Yes, space shuttle developer. That's a great future job. And what else? Yes, Hoyoung and Yongho. Oh, planet constructor. That's a great future job as well. And lastly, what else? Yes, Jae and Uje. Oh, Mars tour guide. That's a very interesting job. So, Mars tour guide. Okay, so we just finished talking about our future jobs. Then, don't you guys want to learn more about the future jobs? Perfect. So, it's time for reading. So, let's read. So, whenever we have reading text, we should first find what? Yes, Dong-woo? Yes, we need to find the main idea, right? So, from now on, we are going to find the main idea first. So, the main idea. However, to find the main idea, do we have to read quickly or slowly? Yes, Hyewon? Yes, we need to read quickly, right? So from now on, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to quickly read the text and find the main idea. So you don't have to understand every single word. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Find the main idea, go. Oh, Sumi, do you need any help? Oh, the words are so difficult. Then why don't you look at the back of the worksheet? What do you see? Yes, there is a vocabulary list, right? So with this vocabulary list, can you find the main idea by yourself? Awesome. Keep up the good work. 1 minute left, students. Does anyone need more time? Okay, time's up. So let's check the main idea together. So what was the main idea? Yes, Jiwan? Oh, did everyone hear what Jiwan just said? He said the main idea of this reading text is there will be different jobs in our future. So The main idea of this reading text is there will be different jobs when, yes, Hyewon, yes, in future. So like this, we just found the main idea. However, everyone, let's look at the text again. There is something strange. Can you guys find it? Yes, Unsu? Yes, there's no title, right? So why don't we make a title? Do you have any ideas? Yes, Tomu? Oh, that's great. He said, get ready for the future job would be the great title. Do you guys agree? Awesome. So like this, remember that main idea and the title have very close relationship to each other. Alright? Perfect. We just found the main idea and we just made the title. Then, are you guys ready to read the text a little bit more closely? Perfect. So let's find the detail. So this time, let's find for the details. So everyone, let's look at the screen. So Jae-woo at the back, do you see the screen? Perfect. So what do you see on the screen? Yes, there is a reading mission. So can you read today's mission out loud? Yes, it says find all future jobs in the reading text. Right? So from now on, we are going to read the text a little bit more closely to complete today's reading mission. Alright? However, to find the details, do we have to read everything or can we just read only the necessary part? Yes, Hyewon? Yes, we don't need to read everything. Right? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to complete the mission, which was to find the future jobs. 5 minutes, go. Oh, Hyunwoo, you already finished? Wow, what a quick reader. Then why don't you help your friend Woo-hyun? Because I heard Woo-hyun needs some help. Can you guys do that? Perfect. Like this, friends can be a better teacher. 1 minute left, students. Okay, time's up. So let's check the answer together. So how many future jobs can you find in this reading text? Yes, Soo-hyun? Yes, there were 2, right? So what was the first one? Yes, Hyunwoo? Yes, it says drone traffic monitor. So the first one was drone traffic monitor. And what was the second one? Yes, Soo-hyun? Yes, it was self-driving car mechanic, right? So, self-driving car mechanics. That was our 2 future jobs. Perfect. So far, we just read the text twice. First for the main idea and second for the detail. However, while you're reading the text twice, is there anyone who could find an expression that was used repeatedly? Yes, Hyewon. Oh, did everyone hear what Hyewon just said? She said, an expression will be ing was used repeatedly. So today we are going to talk about the expression will be an ing. So everyone, let's go back to the reading text and find this will be ing expressions and underline it. So Jae-woo, did you find all of them? Perfect. So how many were there? Yes, there were 2, right? So I can see that everyone could find the expression in the reading text. Then let's talk about it together. Everyone, we already learned when we use will in the middle school. Do you guys remember? Yes, Hyunwoo? Yes, we use will when something is happening in future. Right? And when do we use bing? Yes, Hyewon? Yes, we use bing when something is ongoing. Right? Then, can you guys guess when we use this will be ing expression? Yes, Uje? Oh, did everyone hear what Uje just said? He said we can use will be ing when something ongoing happens in the future. Do you guys agree? Then, can you guys make a sentence with will be ing? Yes, Jihan? I will be enjoying vacation next month. That's a great sentence. Keep this expression in mind because we're going to use it later. Alright? So far, we just finished reading about the future jobs. However, would that be all? No way, right? There will be more different jobs in our future, right? Then why don't we discuss with our group members? Are you guys excited? So, this is time for the discussion. So we are going to do this in groups. So Suyeon, Hyunsu, and Minsu, U3, and lastly, group 10, U3. So is everyone in group? Perfect. So everyone, let's look at the third worksheet. What does it say in question number 1? Yes, Sangyeon? Yes, we need to decide our group's future job. So from now on, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to talk with your group members to decide your group's future job. However, whenever we do this kind of discussion, which rule do we have to follow? Yes, Hyunsu? Yes, we need to follow the ART rule, right? So remember the ART rule. So let's quickly remind of this ART rule. So what was A? Yes, Taiwan. Yes, it was active participation. And what was R? Yes, Yongho. Yes, it was respect others. And lastly, what was T? Yes, Jungin. Yes, T was take turns, right? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to do what, Hyewon? Yes, you need to discuss with your group members to decide your future job, okay? 5 minutes, go. 1 minute left, students. Does any group need more time? Okay, time's up. So have you guys decided your group's future job? Then are you guys ready to make the career guide for our group project? Perfect. However, before we start this group project, let me give each of you guys a role. So you guys are sitting like this, right? So students sitting here, raise your hand. Okay, okay. So you guys are going to be the writer. All right. So you should write your career guide. And students sitting here, raise your hand. Okay. So you guys are going to be the researcher. So researchers, what do you have to do? Yes, Hamu. Yes, you need to find the information about the job description and the required skills. So remember that the researchers can take your own tablet PCs and find the information for your group. Alright, and lastly, students sitting here, raise your hand. Okay, so you guys are going to be the presenters. So make sure that we are going to have a presentation for this group project. So everyone, I'm going to give you 15 minutes to do what? Yes, we are going to write the career guide. And what is your role, Eunsu? Yes, you're a researcher. Okay, 15 minutes, complete the third worksheet, go. Oh, group 7, do you need any help? Oh, you need more information about the future jobs. Then why don't you use this newspaper and magazines that I brought for you guys? So with these news articles and magazines, can you do this job by yourselves? Perfect. So if you need any more help, just don't hesitate to raise your hand. Okay? And group 1, you already finished? Wow, what a quick writers. Then why don't you find more future jobs? Because you already know that anything can happen in future. Can you guys do that? Awesome. Keep up the good work. 1 minute left, students. Does any group need more time? Okay, time's up. So everyone, based on the group discussion, we just finished making the career guide. Then don't you want to see other groups' career guide? Perfect. So let's begin the presentation. So it's time for the presentation. However, before we start the presentation, let me quickly remind you of our roles. So first, for the presenters, it is important to be what? Yes, Woo-hyun? Yes, it is very important for presenters to be confident. So remember that, be confident presenters. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's okay. And the audience, we need to remember what? Yes, Sang-min? Yes, listen carefully. So we need to pay attention. Pay attention to the presentation. Listen carefully, make eye contacts. Alright? So presenters, are you guys ready? Okay, so the presentation begins now. Okay, students, so we just finished watching our friend's presentation. However, there was one thing I want to tell you. I was very impressed that all of the presenters were very confident. Not only that, I could find that everyone was really listening carefully, paying attention to the presentation. So, I want to give you this smile. I'm so proud of you guys. So let's give ourselves a big hand. Perfect. So far, we just finished the group project. Then, are you guys ready to write your own future job? Perfect. So, it's time to write about my future job. So this is going to be an individual work because everyone will have their own future job. So everyone, let's look at the screen. Hoyoung at the back. Can you see the screen? Perfect. So what do you see on the screen? Yes, there is a sample writing, right? So like this sample writing, you are going to write your own future job based on the writing requirements on the fourth worksheet. Okay? So let's check one by one. So remember this when you write your own future job. Alright, so the first one, what can you see? Yes, it says future job and reason why you chose it, right? So you should remember that the future job and what? Yes, the reason why you chose it. Okay, and what was the second one? Yes, Hyunsu? Yes, so the second one was job description and what? Yes, it's required skills. Right? And what was the third one? Yes, uje? Yes, it was will be ing, right? So today's expression, will be ing, you should use it, okay? So remember that you should use will be ing. And what was the last one? Yes, 민종? Yes, it says you should write more than 5 sentences, right? So 5 or more sentences, as you can see in the sample writing as well. Alright, so remember these things when you write your own future job. However, before we start, let me tell you this. Your writing will be put into the English class time capsule and you can open it 10 years later. How does it sound? Exciting? Awesome. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes. 15 minutes, go. Oh, Jiwan, do you need any help? Oh, you don't know how to write. Then why don't you look at the back of the worksheet? What do you see? Yes, there's a writing guide and outline, right? So with this writing guide and outline, can you write your own future job by yourself? Perfect. So if you need any more help, just feel free to call me. Awesome. I love your effort. And Sangmin, you already finished? Wow, what a quick writer. Then why don't you write another writing with another future job? Because you know, the possibility of future job is endless. Can you do that? Awesome. Keep up the good work. 1 minute left, students. Does anyone need more time? Okay, time's up. Okay, so we just finished writing my future job. Then, don't you guys want to see your friend's future job? Awesome. So, let's begin the check time. So, let's check. So, let me give you this peer check card. So, take one and pass them to the back. So, Woohyun at the back, did you get the peer check card? So, what do you see in the first part? Yes, it says job, right? So, the first part was about the job. So for the job part, how many stars can you give? Yes, you can give 2 stars, right? And what is job? What does that mean? Yes, Jehu. Yes, that means the future job and the reason, right? So if your friend's writing has future job and reason, you can give 2 stars. And what was the second one? Yes, Youngho. Yes, it says the information, right? So the second one was information. So how many stars can you give for the information? Yes, you can give 2 stars, right? And what is information? What does that mean? Yes, Tongwoo? Yes, it is job description and skills. And what's next? Yes, Jeong은? Yes, it says language, right? So the third part was language. So how many stars can you give for the language? Yes, Hyewon? Yes, you can give 2 stars. And what should we check for the language? Yes, Tongwoo? Yes, the language, you should check if your friend's writing has this key expression and if the writing is more than 5 sentences. And lastly, as you can see, don't forget to write the comment for your friend's writing, okay? So with this peer check card, are you guys ready to read your friend's writing? Awesome. So everyone, we are going to exchange your writing with your partners. So Suyeon Hyunsu, you too. Jongmin Minjong, you too. And lastly, you too. So does everyone have their own partners? Perfect. So exchange your writing with your partners. You finished? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to read your friend's writing based on this peer check card. Okay? 5 minutes? Go. 1 minute left, students. Okay, time's up. Then return your partner's writing with your peer check card. So now you all have your writing with your friend's peer check card, right? However, after the check time, what do we have to do? Yes, Hyunwoo? Yes, we should change our writing, right? So from now on, it's time to revise. Revise your writing based on your friend's peer check card, okay? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes based on the peer check card, revise your writings together. So ask questions to the partners and give advice for your friend's writing, alright? 5 minutes, revise together, go. 1 minute left, students. Okay, time's up. So we just finished revising our writings with our partners. Then, can you guys see that your writing became much better from your friend's advice? Perfect. So like this, remember that you can also learn from your friends, alright? So everyone, just before we wrap up, let's go over today's class. What was today's topic? Yes, Unsu? Yes, it was the future. So we read about what? Yes, Jehu? We read about the future job and we discussed with our group members about the future job and we wrote what? Yes, Woohyun. Yes, we wrote about our own future job. So with today's class, I want you to become a person who can prepare for the future by yourselves. Can you guys do that? Awesome. So that's it for us today, and have a great weekend.